Yes, I remember that. That is about neutering him. And the reason why I don't recommend it is that we have to remember that when you neuter, you should only neuter if a dog is having any problems that's caused by hormones. Because if the problem the dog is having is not because of hormones, the risk of the dog is getting worse is much big. The behavior of the dog gets worse is much big. What actually makes the self-confidence in a male dog is his testosterone. His self-confidence lies in the testosterone. And when you cut that off, and if the behavior the dog is showing is because he feels unsure, most dogs shows the lunging behaviors because of their unsecureness. And if you cut that away, the only thing they have left, then you can increase the problem. And the other thing is that often we see many males, they get depressive, they start to be anxious, and hunting instinct develops more, and that anxiety and depression, we often see if people say, oh, he is much more calm now. The dog is much more calm, but that calmness is caused because of kind of depression. And the dog is getting more anxious. And that's why he chooses to just be calm. We think it's calm, but it's because that he actually is anxious about the world. And there's also the science have shown that the risk of the dog is not able to, keep his water in. They can lie down easy and quiet, and then when they get up, they pee a little bit because of the neutering, and the mental state they are at that moment is also locked when they get neutered. The brain stops developing. But the physical part of they cannot keep their urine in all the time. And some dogs actually needs to be medicated for the rest of their lives because of that. That's also a risk in the neutering process. Reduced parathyroid gland function. That's a huge risk as well. And that is a disease that is hard to find and see, but that actually makes a lot of physical and mentally consequences for the dog. If she wants to neuter him, I think that if she really decides that's what she wants, if she starts to develop problem behavior, she must make sure that those problem behaviors are caused because of messed up hormones. Otherwise, she risks many more different things. I know that many vets in Japan recommend early neuterization. I don't, because the risk of developing other things is huge. And what I see in Japan is many of those both physically and mentally diseases that science know can be caused by neuterization. That's what I see in Japan. So I think that really do not neuter or spay unless there is a hormonal problem. And she says here that she once had a beagle in the past who was spayed around 8 months of age. The reason she was spayed was because she had cystic fibrosis and suffered until the end of her life. Yes, if the dog really has a disease that could, where the neutering them could help them, yes, of course, that's another case. But don't just neuter to neuter. There must be a reason why, and it must be a serious reason why. Okay, did I answer her question? think that is a very good thinking and totally correct thinking, that if he doesn't let him meet friendly dogs, he must make sure that the other males are friendly dogs. I think that he should learn to give the breeding. All you RPTM trainers know the breeding training exercise, and that would be perfect for Teddy.
Yes.
So what I think you should do is that consult one of the trainers about the breathing exercise, because what he needs to learn is that he needs to sit and wait until you give him the cue that allows him to meet another dog. And it is very important that it is only friendly dogs. So you must make sure that those dogs he meets are friendly males. I am very particular about which kind of males my dog meets. I want to make sure that this dog is very friendly, and I want to make sure that the owner knows how to handle the dog in case something goes wrong, or the dog sends a wrong signal to my dog that could actually trick him. Because the breathing exercise is very, very good to have control over both your dog and know that even though that the other dog doesn't totally behave, you can control your dog. But the beginning, you must be very sure that it's a good dog that he's allowed to breed. But it's a good thought. If he doesn't allow to breed boys now, he probably won't be able to be with boys later on.